Kind, quiet man turned monster. Friends of Indonesian serial rapist Reynhard Sinaga shocked by crimes. Jakarta. Friends of an Indonesian serial rapist who attacked more than 190 men in Britain have expressed shock and disbelief at his actions, saying that they have no clue how the kind and quiet man they knew had transformed into a monster. Musdasita Dwijayanti, a classmate from Reynhard Sinaga's time at the University of Indonesia, described him as a kind and sweet man. Advertisement. He never misbehaved. He never even treated his friends with disrespect. That's why the news was such a shock to all of his friends, she told CNA. No one knew how this sweet, quiet, kind friend of ours turned into a monster capable of committing such heinous crimes. Sinaga, 36, was sentenced to life imprisonment for 159 counts of sexual offenses against 48 men. There are about 70 victims who have yet to be identified. Investigation teams found evidence linking him to drugging and sexually assaulting more than 190 victims, the Greater Manchester Police said. Advertisement. Read, Indonesian student Reynhard Sinaga went unnoticed for more than 2 years in UK rapes of 190 men. Sinaga was born in the city of Jambi, Indonesia in 1983 but spent most of his childhood in Depok, in the southern outskirts of Jakarta. He obtained a bachelor's degree in architecture from the University of Indonesia in 2006 before moving to England a year later to study urban planning at the University of Manchester. He went on to gain 3 degrees there before embarking on a doctorate in human geography at the University of Leeds, travelling there from Manchester when required. Musdwijayanti said she never saw Sinaga again after he moved to England, but the two kept in touch on Facebook. She said Sinaga had deleted his Facebook account around 2 years ago. I think it was around the time he got arrested for the case. Of course, when he deleted his Facebook, I didn't know what had happened to him. Another woman, who studied at the University of Indonesia at around the same time as Sinaga, said his appearance started to change after relocating to England. He became more flamboyant, more into fashion and started wearing girlish outfits. He started wearing colored lip gloss and shaped his eyebrows, said the woman, who asked not to be identified. He even posted that he had always felt a little different growing up, and moving to England and being away from his family was liberating for his sexuality, she recounted. But she never noticed anything out of the ordinary from his social media posts. Never in a million years would I have suspected that he was capable of committing such evil crimes, she said. Everyone was shocked. Even the lecturers. They all remembered him as a smart and friendly student. University of Indonesia condemns Sinaga's crimes. Dr. Rifali Dwi-Astuti, the spokesperson for University of Indonesia, said in a statement on Tuesday, January 7, that the university condemned Sinaga's crimes. The statement described them as savage acts which go against law and humanity. We also would like to express our sympathy for what had happened to the victims, the statement added. Media reports said Sinaga is the eldest of 4 siblings and comes from a rich and pious Catholic family. According to British media reports, Sinaga's father had several successful businesses in a number of fields, but the family's wealth mainly came from the palm oil sector. The family is said to be residing in the Pancoran Mas subdistrict in Depok, West Java, about 1.5 hours away from Jakarta city centre. Depok residents shocked to learn of case. When CNA visited the neighborhood on Tuesday afternoon, residents said a mansion next to a convention hall was the Sinaga residence. The compound was quiet and devoid of activity. Depok Reynhard Sinaga's family is said to be residing in the Pancoran Mas subdistrict in Depok, West Java. Photo, Kiki Sarega. When approached, Mr. Max Soadira, 73, the community unit chief who handles administrative issues in the area, said, "Yes, the Sinaga family lives on Dahlia Street. We have the data in their family card, family identification card." He also said that the convention hall was built by the Sinaga family. A resident who only wanted to be known as Ms. Andra said, "I don't know them personally, but I know the family, they live in that big house. I was shocked to learn about the case. Who would have imagined," she added. Mr. Richard Leander, a food stall owner, said he only found out about the case on Tuesday morning. "People here have been talking about it," he said. Read, life sentence for Indonesian who raped more than 100 men in Britain. Sinaga's family wealth meant that he rarely worked. He worked for a period at a bar in Manchester's Gay Village, the area where he spent much of his time socializing. He was also a regular at a local church. Media reports said Sinaga would wait for intoxicated men outside nightclubs and bars near his flat, then approach them with the offer of more drinks or a place to sleep. The man then lured victims into his flat, then drugging them until they passed out before attacking them. Most of the victims were undergraduates in their late teens or early 20s. He was caught in June 2017, when one of his victims regained consciousness while he was being assaulted. The victim fought him off and called the police. The Crown Prosecution Service said detectives discovered 3.29 terabytes of graphic material of the sexual assaults, equivalent to 250 DVDs or 300,000 photos, from his phone. Musdwijayanti said her thoughts and prayers are with the victims of Sinaga's crimes. I am glad that he is finally caught. I hope they put him in a place where he can no longer hurt anyone anymore. I can only pray that he will change his ways.